Now I'm hoping it does. Cool. So thanks all for coming today. I have a bit of a presentation organized for us today. Now, because most of you speak English a lot anyway, you might find this quite easy. For some of you, it might be a bit of fun, but we're going to give it a go anyway. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to share my screen with you. So let me know if you can't see it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. So today our topic is expressing purpose and reason in English. Oh, let me see if I can move that little buzzer. Beautiful. Move that away. And I might see if I can move this one as well, just so you guys can see. Beautiful. So why should we know how to express purpose and reason? So when we're talking in conversation, we will have people ask us sometimes, why do you do that? Or maybe they might ask us why we do something. So when we're in conversation, it's good to be able to express that in reasoning and in giving a purpose of why we do things. So a couple of different phrases that we might use when explaining purpose might be so that. So I went to the supermarket so that I had food to eat. And a lot of us are very thankful we're living in regional Victoria at the moment, so there's not so much panic buying as it would be in Melbourne at the moment. Or we might say with the purpose or intention of. I went to the supermarket with the purpose or intention of getting some groceries to make my dinner. Another reason and another phrase that we might use to explain purpose might be so that or in order. So an example of this would be, in order to get some groceries, I had to go to the supermarket. You can't really get them from the auto store. Or an infinitive, I went to the supermarket to get some groceries. So if you're not quite 100% sure on what an infinitive is, it usually begins with the word to and is followed by a basic form of a verb. So down the bottom here, we've got a couple of examples of that. So it might be to run, to read, to give, to prevent theft, to wait, to swim. So that's what an infinitive is when we're expressing ourselves about purpose. Is that all making sense so far?
Yep.
So that with purpose or intention of, so as or in order, or an infinitive, a couple of those different phrases that we use. So a question I have for you guys is, why do you like to run? Or do you like to run? I'm going to bring your faces back up so I can see you now. So I'll ask you first, Michelle, do you usually go running?
Yeah, at least once a week.
Yep.
To keep fit.
And John, what, in your opinion, what are some of the advantages do you think of running?
I think it's good for your physical health, but also for your mental health.
Yeah, especially in the times in which we find ourselves. It's one of the main reasons we can leave the house at the moment, which is great. What about you, Agnes? What do you think maybe some of the disadvantages are of running?
I'm like pain, like the body pain. Sometimes you feel give up because you're tired.
Yeah, definitely. So motivation
Yes.
can be a challenge. Disadvantages obviously can be joint pain, definitely. If you haven't got the right pair of shoes, your ankles and knees might be feeling a couple of days after. But it's quite an interesting question. It's a bit of a loaded one. I can't really think of many disadvantages of running. Maybe you might have other things to do other than running from place to place. So I asked you that question just because we are going to watch a quick video. So I'm going to share now this video with you. Now, everyone just let me know if you can't hear it. Can you see that screen there? No. All right, that's okay. It's probably because I changed which screen it was on. So I'll just change that there. All right. Can you see this one here? Can you see the screen now?
Yep.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right. I'll make this full screen so we can all see. And if you can't hear, please let me know. Sometimes it can be a bit jittery. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I run to relax.
Hold on. I forgot to ask you a couple of questions before we start this. So I'm one step ahead of myself. So the question is why we run. So there's going to be a couple of different people that give a reason for why they run. So while we're watching this, I don't know if you've got a pen beside you or maybe if you just remember it. So we're just going to try and catch on to 2 reasons why these people like to run. Just thought I'd preface that before we start. Otherwise I'd confuse you. Like, Tegan, why are we watching this video? All right, so again, I'm just going to share that screen with you. Jumping ahead of myself today. All right.
I run to be in the best shape of my life.
I run to forget about my final exam.
And my boss.
I run for my health.
I run because they said I never would again.
I run to be as fast as my big sister.
I run because they said I would never make the track team.
I run for my best friend.
I run for a change of scenery.
I run to win.
I run for the challenge.
I run to go pro.
I run for inspiration.
I run for children around the world.
I run.
I run.
I run for Team World Vision.
It's a pretty cool video. Makes you want to put your running shoes on, doesn't it? For some of us. Cool. Okay, so I hope a couple of you, so you pulled out a couple of different reasons why those people in the video like to run. So from here, I'm going to get you guys to come up with probably one each for this one at the moment. So we're going to go over what are some of the reasons that began with 2. So in the video, some people say I run 2 or I run 4. So I might start with you, Michelle. What was one of the reasons that you picked up why people run for?
I run to keep up with my big sister.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Yep, that's cool. John, what about you? What did you pick up for 4?
I run for my best friend.
That's a really good one. Agnes, did you pick up another one for?
Children around the world. For
Yeah.
children around the world.
That's awesome. And Michelle, did I give you 2 or 4? Yeah, you said 2. So what about 4?
I run for, what was the other one? You already said the for children around the world.
Yep. Agnes has already mentioned that one. She stole it off you.
Oh, the other one. What was the other one I had in my head?
There was
For
a
my
man,
health.
was like, yep, good work. John, did you have another one? 2?
To win.
Yep, good stuff. And Agnes, what about another one for 2? Did you remember another one for 2?
To be fit?
Yeah, that's close enough. You kind of get the gist of that from what it's saying. Good work. So those are a couple of different reasons. Now, when we're giving reasons of why, there's a couple of different phrases that we can use when we are giving reasoning. Now, one of them is because, or since, or as. So a couple of examples here could be, since my phone was broken, I had to go to the store to get it fixed. So that's using since. Or because my phone was broken, I had to go to the store to get it fixed. Or as my phone was broken, I had to go to the store to get it fixed. So those are a couple of different phrases you can use to begin as you are giving reasoning for why you like to do something. Or it could be in case. I keep money saved in case something unexpected happens and my current phone breaks down. So that's using in case as a reason why. I carry my umbrella with me just in case it rains, particularly in Ballarat. Can you think of one, John, for because, since, or as a reason why?
Any scenario or?
I will ask one because I know you like to sing. Why do you like to sing?
I like to, I like to sing because it helps me explain my emotions.
That's a really good one. I like that. All right, Michelle, can you answer with since? Come up with one for since.
Since my car broke down, I have to go take it to get fixed by the mechanic.
Yeah, that's a really good one. All right, and can you think of one for because, Agnes? Well, I'll ask you a question first. So the question I'll ask you is, why do you go to see you?
I like to go to see you because I want to listen to God's word and meet other people.
That's awesome. That's so good. For those of you who don't know, CU is Christians at uni, and that's kind of how Agnes and I met. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's a couple of different phrases you can use for explaining why. Now, a couple of other ones might be otherwise, or because of, or due to, or owing to. So one that we're using here, for example, is I'm glad I have some money saved. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to make any important calls. Hold on. Or otherwise, so if you haven't got enough service, you wouldn't have enough money on your credit. But I have some money saved. Otherwise, if my phone was broken, I wouldn't be able to make important calls. Can you think of another example there, Michelle?
Otherwise?
Yes.
I'm glad I got up early this morning. Otherwise, I would have been late for work.
That's a really cruisy one. Well done. And then the next could be because of, due to, or owing to. So because of the bad weather, the garden party had to be cancelled. Can you think of one there, John, for because of?
Because my gearbox was broken, I had to walk to work.
Yes. Gearboxes are a terrible one to break down in a car.
Yeah.
Agnes, can you think of one with otherwise?
If I would have gone to the campus. No, that's why. If it wasn't for the lockdown, I would. Sorry, I can't think.
Yeah,
of
you
a
could
good
almost use that
thing.
one. Yeah. If it wasn't for the lockdown, I could have been home. Otherwise, I would have been hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. I would say that. I would. Okay, I'll go with that one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, if it wasn't for the lockdown, I should have gone to the camp. I can't make it anymore.
That's okay. Have a bit more of a think. We're going to do a couple more practices here as well. So I have a little bit of activity for us. I'm sure we've all heard that kid that's like wanting to have a reason from their parents and they ask you, why? They just want to hear why. Or why do you do this, mum? Or why can't I have that? But we're going to ask you, why do you like doing a regular activity that you do? And why do you do it? So for some of you, it might be one of your hobbies. Why do you like to play basketball? Or why do you like to sing? Why do you like to ride a bike? Why do you like to read? Why do you like to cook? All those types of things. So, and then, so you could have the reason for, you could have the reason to, or you could have a reason because. So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to have a think about this. And if you think of one really quickly, maybe write up 2. So I'll just give you 2 minutes. You can mute yourself if you want. So again, think of an activity that you do, a reason to, for, or because.
Sorry, what were the other phrases? Sorry.
I'll just pop it back into the chat box there for you, Agnes. So everyone can see it. So come up with an activity and give a reason for, reason to, and because. So in the video, when we're doing, I like to run to stay healthy, or I like to cook to impress my visitors, or I like to garden because I like eating fresh vegetables, something like that. So just coming up with your own. So I'll give you 30 more seconds. Can everyone see that in the chat box there?
Yep.
Awesome. So another 10 seconds. Alrighty, good work there, team. I'll ask you, Michelle, first. What was your activity and what were your reasons for doing that?
I like to play saxophone because it allows me to let out my creativity.
Yep, that's wonderful. All right, John, did you have a reason too at all?
Yes. I like to meditate to distract myself from the everyday.
That's wonderful. I've been doing a bit of meditation too. It's been good to clear the head, especially with everything that's been happening at the moment.
Definitely.
What about you, Agnes? Did you have a reason for, to, or because? Hold on, Agnes. I think you're still on mute. Just unmute yourself there for a second. Don't worry, I do it all the time.
Okay. So yeah, I like to sing to impress myself.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like singing because it helps my mental health, and I like singing for little kids.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I'm sure the kids love to hear you sing as well. Awesome. Good work there, team. I was going to ask Michelle, did you have another reason for or to for doing something? It could be in regard to your saxophone.
I love to cook, so I know what's in my food and how healthy it is.
Yeah. And John, oh, you've already given me 4. Did you have one for because?
I like to sing because it's the closest feeling to flying.
That's an awesome one. I would agree there. It is a pretty good feeling. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to do a couple of different activities now. So I've got one, there's a bit of a gap for the activity. Another one that will ask you guys to reword some questions. So the first one is, and then we'll come back to that one again. All right, can we all see this one here?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So these 7 questions, you'll need to fill the gap because or because of, and try and work out which one it is. And what I'll get you to do is write in the chat box the number and then whether you think it's because or because of. And I'll give you another 2 minutes or so, and then we'll share as a group and see what we think. So just in the chat box, write 1 and the answer, either because or because of, and keep going until you get to 7. I'm going to have to pull the chat box up now so I can see your answers. Can you see my screen or do you just see us at the moment?
I can see the screen and you.
Okay, I'll just pause it for a second. Okay. Oh, hold on. I've taken it away on you. That's not going to be helpful at all. Sorry, guys. Let me pull it back up for you. I'll look at your answers once you're all done. Otherwise, I confuse you. There we go. All right, give you one last minute. I'm just going to turn my light on here and enjoy the flowers background. All right, 30 more seconds. All right, how are we going? Is everybody done? Or does anyone need a couple more minutes? Was that a yes or a no? I can't hear anybody. Are we all good?
All done.
Cool. All
Yeah.
good.
All good.
I'll stop the screen share first. All right. Good work, team. All right, I'll bring it up now. Shuffle it over this side. Ooh. It's not going to do that right now if I use it. All right, if we drop out, team, we'll jump back in. It's going to cut out on me in 10 minutes, which is why I was trying to do move, because it's a little bit frustrating when it just starts cutting out on you like that. Okay, so the first one, I'm tired. I think most of us had the answer because, which is correct, because I have been working in the garden all day, all morning. 2 was she couldn't sleep because of, well done, the noise outside. The roads were blocked. Michelle, do you have the answer for that one?
The roads were blocked because of the snow.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, John, number 4, I'm very hungry.
Because I didn't eat anything this morning.
That doesn't sound like you at all, John. All right, Agnes, what do you reckon for number 5?
Because of, I didn't like the dress because of the color.
Yeah, wonderful. And then number 6 was, I'm not going to wear the shirt because it's too small. Isn't that such an annoying factor that never really have things in your size sometimes? And then the last one was, she didn't go to the party because of her illness. Well done there, team. Everyone got those answers correct. Now we're going to move into the next activity. Now this one is a little bit different. All right, it's going to ask you guys to have an opportunity to change the sentence. And then I'll give you an opportunity, a little bit of time. All right, so I'll pull that one up for you now. And we'll see how much further we can get before this cuts out on us, hey? All right, hold on. It's done the wrong one on me. There we go. Beautiful. Can we see that one there? Can you see the screen there, guys? Can you see the screen? Yes, no? Hello, can everybody hear me? Can you hear me, John?
I can't see it at the moment, but I think it might be on my end, not your.
I can see it.
At the top, it says rewrite the sentences using the words given. Can you see it, Agnes?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's just cutting it out a bit.
I think it's because everyone's in lockdown on the internet at the same time, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it just popped up for me now.
Wonderful. So we're going to try and rewrite the sentences using the words given. So in school holidays, so the schools are closed. It is Sunday. I'll give you a bit of an example for the first one. In the brackets at the end of the sentence are going to be the words you need to use as you rewrite the sentence. So using so that, or because of, or so. And the first one will give you the example of the schools are closed because it is Sunday. It is Sunday, so the schools are closed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So for the next one, it'll be she left him a message. She wanted him to call her. If you feel more comfortable, you can write this one down again just to have a bit of a written form of it, and then we'll share our answers in a moment. Can you all hear me now?
You're cutting out again.
Can you hear me now? Marco.
Yeah, a little bit.
Polo.
Sorry, what was that you said?
I said you can write these ones down just to help you see in written form. I find sometimes that helps as you're making those sentences. You can either write it in the chat box if you like to, or you can just write it on a piece of paper or on your computer somewhere in your notes. And we'll rewrite these 4 sentences. I've already done the first one for you. And that way we'll have 4 new sentences. So using those phrases that we've just used and a couple of extra ones as well. With that second one, you don't have to start with she wanted to. If you want to change it up, you can. Now, what I might do, guys, just because we only have 3 minutes left of this call, is don't post it just yet. Save it somewhere on your phone or your computer. We might stop there and then just jump back in, so that way it doesn't cut out on you halfway through. So we've only got about 20 minutes, 10, 20 minutes or so left, but I just think that way will be easier, because once I cut out, the whole chat box that we've created so far will be deleted. So just save those answers on your phone or on your computer. I'll jump out and we'll just start the meeting again. And if it cuts out, I'll send you all a text. There we go. So if you want to, now you can pop it in the chat box, because it's not going to cancel on us for another 40 minutes. Thank God. Beauties of Zoom on a free account. So again, just a quick example of that first one there. It is Sunday, so the schools are closed. Hold on, I'll just minimize that so you can actually see that second one. So just remember that the words that are in brackets here are the ones that you need to use in a sentence. It's not what you're starting the sentence with. If that makes sense. I just find sometimes I'm a visual person. It's easier to actually write it down and as it is to speak it, and then you can kind of do both at the same time to make it a little bit easier for yourself. So if you've got those last few, you can add them into the chat box now. Great work there, Agnes. And the last one, I think most of you have answered. Michelle hasn't answered that last one. So if you want to, you can add it in now. I'm sure we've all done that. I've forgotten my keys many times.
Climb through the doggy door.
Whatever works, eh? So for the first one, Agnes, did you want to say what the answer was?
How did I write it? She left him a message so that he can call her back.
Wonderful. John, did you want to go number 3?
I wanted. Oh wait, which one is that? That's the.
So starting with I'm.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm learning to drive because I want to buy a car.
Awesome. Michelle, did you want to have a go at number 5?
I had forgotten my key, so I couldn't get into the house.
Yep. And number 4 was I want an aspirin because I have a terrible headache. Great work, team. Cool. So we're going to move on to the next one now. So we'll try again with these last 2. So last 3. Again, you can just pop it into the chat box there when you're done. I'll give you another 2 minutes or so.
That's not my job.
So just a bit of a heads up for this one here. Those 3 dots there means that there is a bit of a sentence in between those 2 words. Oh, sorry. Cut too far ahead. So the 3 dots there are she was ... that ... ...
Is go shopping supposed to be the start of the last one?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can add your answers in when you're done. So I'll help you guys out with those last few here. So this one here, as I mentioned before, there is the so, and there's a couple of dots in here which indicate there's a bit of a sentence that happened in between. So she was so furious that she started shouting. Yeah, good work there, Agnes. You got that one. And Michelle, you added that one in the end there too. Wonderful job. The second one, we will play some games as it is the end of the year. Fantastic. And the last one is go shopping so that you won't be, so as not to be short of food. I think all of us are kind of in that boat at the moment. Great work there, team. Oh, hold on. We have lost our PowerPoint. There we go. All right. Now we're going to practice some of those ones that we've just been using. using a couple of different prompts here. So giving our reasons why. Now, I'll give you a letter here, and then you'll come up with a reason why you do these things with that reasoning. So this other person's obviously studying over here. This person likes to go to the movies. This person's making breakfast. This person's going to the dentist, and this person obviously, so this is a newspaper, or why you listen, read, or watch the news. All right, so Michelle, I might start with you then. Can you go with B, with the cinema?
Yeah.
So why do you go to the cinema?
I go to the movies because I like to see new ideas and concepts brought to life.
Good vocabulary there, Michelle. John, did you want to have a go at E with the newspaper?
Yep. I like to read the news to keep up with what's going on in the world.
Wonderful. Agnes, would you like to try A with a person who's cooking breakfast? Or just cooking in general?
I like having breakfast in the morning because it is a very important meal of the day.
Wonderful. All right, Michelle, would you like to try C with the young man who's studying?
I study so that I do not fall behind or fail my exams.
Yep, really good reason there. And John, I'll get you to do the last one on D there for me.
I like to go to the dentist to keep up my teeth hygiene.
Yeah.
And prevent cavities.
Yeah, well, I think you've also had braces as well. When you spend a lot of money on braces, you certainly do not want to be skipping visits to the dentist.
No.
Great work, crew. So that is the end of our presentation, and I hope that you've been able to grasp a little bit more of an understanding on when you're giving a reason to someone if they ask you that question of why, and also for the purpose behind what you do and different things when you're speaking English to people. And if you'd like to, maybe during the week, you can practice using those different phrases when people ask you those questions, or maybe even ask people why they like to do things, and then sit back and listen to some of those phrases that they use, and also get to know someone as well, because practicing your English always helps make it a lot more fluent and grow in using different phrases and vocabulary as well. So thank you all so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure having all of you on board tonight.